to the people what you were doing.
Measuring.
How are you measuring?
With a tape measure.
And?
A T-square.
And what is the purpose of the T-square?
To make sure the line is straight because it is at a 90-degree angle.
And now, my dearies, we're seeing an Exasperbrad in his natural habitat in the workshop in the garage. He's placing the skill saw away from the measurement line, and he's putting the guides in place. So you see, this is how we talked about in the guide, where the blade needs some space with the guard, but we still want to cut the straight line. So we're going to be placing the guide slightly away from where the saw is going to need to go. That way we can be sure that we still draw the straight lines. Exasperbrad is now measuring the length of the guide that the saw needs to be sure that the straight guides are placed in the correct position.
Okay, so I sped this one up to like 3 times because it was really boring to watch it at regular speed, and I sounded a lot like a cartoon character, so I thought I'd do this over. What Brad is doing here is taking a scrap piece of wood and putting it underneath the clamp on the underside, as you can see better at this part of the video, in order to keep the circle part of the clamp on the underneath of the wood from actually putting an impression into the bottom of the wood and ruining the surface.
All right, we're getting ready to cut. What you doing there, Exasperbrad?
Attaching the power cords.
I noticed that you've tied them in somewhat of a knot. Why are you doing that?
Because I'm going to be pulling on this as I move the saw, and I don't want them to become unplugged while I am cutting.
I noticed you got some fancy glasses on there.
Yeah, safety glasses.
Those are hot.
They are sexy.
They're very sexy. Because you know what's keeping your eyeballs is sexy. All right, and now here we go. Notice the laser guide. If you get a fancy saw, it comes with a laser guide. And boom, that is the first cut completed.